Sam TV, the pulse of the nation.
In today's digital age, staying ahead of the curve is crucial for success. Turabo Business School is committed to empowering the next generation of leaders with the skills they need to thrive. We present to you our special computer training exclusively designed for SS3 and JSS3 graduates. Our comprehensive program covers a wide range of topics, including Microsoft Word, master the art of document creation and editing, unlock the power of data analysis and visualization, Microsoft Access, learn to manage and analyze database, Microsoft PowerPoint, create stunning presentations that captivate audiences, graphic design using CorelDRAW, unleash your creativity and design skills, Photoshop, enhance your image editing skills and create stunning visuals, programming using web design, build dynamic website and web applications, database development, learn to design and manage databases, UI/UX design, create user-friendly and intuitive interfaces. At the Turabo Business School, we believe in creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Our experienced instructors will guide you every step of the way, providing you with hands-on training and mentorship. Don't miss this opportunity to gain a competitive edge. Contact us today to learn more about our program and register for the next session. Call 080-6026-9140, 070-6342-8464 or 090-1010-8844 between 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Mondays to Fridays. Turabo Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Join us today and unlock your full potential. Turabo Business School, opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Turabo State. Empower yourself with the skills of the future. Register now.
And the key driving sharpen Nigerians' economic landscape. I am Teresa Ayuba. Here are some of the headlines for today. Multiple choice and FCCPC seeks appeal court intervention over DSTV GoTV price hike. Naira reaches 4-month high, breaks $1,520 barrier. 5 Nigerian fintech makes CNBC's top 300 global fintech lists. Now the news in full. Multiple Choice Nigeria Limited and Federal Competition and Consumers Protection Commission (FCCPC) have approached the Court of Appeal in Abuja, seeking its intervention in ongoing disputes over the price hike of DSTV and GoTV package in Nigeria. The notice of appeal and cross-appeal filed by the pay TV company and FCCPC challenge aspects of judgment of Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court, which pertains to their respective roles of multinational company and regulatory authority. The dispute began when MultiChoice announced a price increase of its DSTV and GoTV package, which the FCCPC subsequently suspended. The pay TV company then approached the Federal High Court, arguing that the FCCPC lacks the statutory power to stop it from fixing its prices. However, the court dismissed MultiChoice suit, describing it as an abuse of court process. But both parties have appealed the judgment, with MultiChoice seeking to have the court decision set aside and the FCCPC asking the court to affirm its powers to issue interim directives against proposed price hike and investigate consumers' complaint. The Nigerian currency has maintained its bullish momentum, reaching a 4-month high against the US dollar and closing at $1,518 on the Nigerian foreign exchange market. This is the Naira's strongest level against the greenback since March, indicating that the country's currency is within range to breaking the physiological $1,500 level. The Naira surge is attributed to the Central Bank of Nigeria's direct involvement in the foreign exchange market, including $50 million sales last week and a successful OMO auction, which draw interest from international investors. Additionally, Nigerian banks have lifted the moratorium on using Naira-funded debit card for international transactions amid improved dollar liquidity, further boosting the Naira's value. The country's crude oil production also increased to 1,540 million barrels per day in June, the highest level since January. Dry onion have surged by 30% in Lagos market, from 100,000 naira to 130,000 naira for a big bag, due to the seasonal scarcity, poor road condition, and increased storage costs. Rice price followed closely, raising by 25% to an average of 75,000 naira from 60,000 naira in June, attributed to continual naira depreciation and elevated logistic costs. Other major price gains include pepper, which rose by 16.67% to sell at 140,000 naira for a big bag, frozen fish, and local palm oil. The price hike mirror tightening supply chains and escalating production expenses, particularly in grain-based food production, which continue to strain consumers' purchasing power. Traders remain cautious as shrinking profit margin and violate transportation costs persistently disrupt operation. In contrast, some food items like yellow maize, power pasta, and Abuja yam recorded price drop due to improved harvest and stabilizing logistics. The trade in Lagos market may signal further food inflationary pressures in July, in similar pattern and observed in other major urban areas. United Bank of Africa Artificial Intelligence Chatbot, LEU, has become the first AI-powered chatbot in Africa to facilitate cross-border payments, allowing consumers to transfer funds seamlessly across the continent, leveraging the Pan-African Payment and Settlement System. LEU enables instant payments in local currency between African countries, where the central bank has approved PAPSS operation. Key benefits of UBA's LEU chatbot: instant payments. Payments are processed within a few seconds. Lower transaction fees, reduced fee for transaction, zero charges or beneficiary, no charges for recipients, enhanced security, improved security and confidential for transaction, wider remaintenance option, increased option for remaintenance product. This innovation empowers UBA's customers including individuals, trade, and corporators, to transact efficiently across African markets, supporting the African Continental Free Trade Area goals. With this development, UBA continues to lead in digital banking transformation and innovation. Nigerian states have rejected a proposed amendment of the 2023 Electricity Act, warning that it could transfer over 5 trillion naira in unpaid electricity subsidies to consumers, exacerbating financial burden on both the federal government and states. The Forum of Commissioner of Power and Energy in Nigeria argues that this move would undermine efforts to achieve a sustainable and self-financing power sector. Mandatory contribution from consumers to fund the Power Consuming Assistance Fund would lead to higher electricity tariff. The bill's passage could worsen affordability and equity in electricity access, particularly for consumers already struggling with high tariff. FOCPEN believes the amendment seeks to reintroduce unsustainable energy subsidies, contradicting efforts to end wasteful subsidies. Experts like Odo Omofoma, founder of a new Hampshire Capital Limited, also cautioned that adding 5 trillion naira to consumers' tariff will be burdensome, especially for those who did not benefit from the subsidy regime. The proposed amendment aims to overhaul the 2023 Electricity Act by addressing regulatory loopholes, but office argues it's not the right time for such changes, given the Act's early implementation phase. 5 Nigerian fintech companies, including PalmPay, Moneypoint, Opay, PiggyVest, and IntroSwitch, have been recognized among the top 300 global fintech of 2025 by CNBC in partnership with Statista. The list was compiled based on the key performance indicators such as revenue growth and employee headcount. Payments, Moneypoint, Opay, and IntroSwitch were listed under the payments category, while PiggyVest was recognized under the wealth tech category. PalmPay's founding chief marketing officer, Sophia Zab, stated that the recognition affirms the company's mission to build a more inclusive financial system. Moneypoint Group CEO Tosin Eniolorode also expressed pride in being named among the world's top fintech companies, highlighting the company's emergencies as a key player in sharpening the future of fintech worldwide. This recognition underscores the growing influence of Nigerian fintech in the global financial landscape. FBN Holdings plc, the parent company of First Bank, has recorded a massive off-market transaction involving 10 to 43 billion units of its shares, valued at 323.4 billion naira. The negotiation trade executed at 31,000 naira per share across 17 deals have triggered speculation over a possible realignment in the ownership structure of the financial holding company. Sources close to the matter suggest that the sale is connected to the exit of Barbicent Capital from the company's shareholding structure, following a deal reached in recent weeks. The block trade was reportedly part of pre-arranged off-market transaction between willing parties. However, F Holdings and the Nigerian Exchange Limited have not issued any official statement confirming a change in substantial shareholding or inside transaction, leaving room for speculation. The Abia state government has secured $263.8 million financing package for the African Development Bank AFDB, the Islamic Development Bank, and the federal government of Nigeria to address major infrastructure gaps in road rehabilitation, erosion control, and waste management across the state, two major cities, Aba and Umuahia. The project aims to modernize urban infrastructure, improve mobility, and promote inclusive, climate-resilient development. The financing package includes $115 million from AFDB, $125 million from ISDB, and $23.8 million in counterpart funding from the Nigerian federal government. The project will involve the rehabilitation of over 248 kilometers of road, restoration of 2 erosion sites, and a push of attractive private investment in solid waste management through public-private partnership. It is expected to create over 3,000 temporary jobs and 1,000 permanent roles, with half of the permanent position reserved for young people. The federal government has announced plans to end Nigerian resilience on fish importation by boosting local production and supporting youth and women with start-up grants in the fisheries sector. Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, Mr. Adeboyege Oyetola, emphasized the government's commitment and revitalization the sector through policy, technical support, and financial inclusion. The government aims to scale up domestic fish production, reduce reliance on imports, and reposition the sector for sustainable growth. Affordable insurance coverage. The project also aims to create jobs, enhance livelihoods, and promote sustainability development in the fisheries sector, with a focus on empowering youth and women. The Nigerian Investment Promotion Commission, NIPC, has partnered with Nairametrics, a leading business intelligence and analytic platform, to track and publish investment inflow into Nigeria. The partnership aims to enhance transparency, promote investor confidence, and showcase Nigerians' capacity to attract high-value investments. The collaboration will result in creation of quarterly deal book, highlighting publicity announcement investments in Nigeria. Additionally, deliverables include quarterly investment report, interactive digital dashboards, and investors' seminars. The partnership seeks to bridge the information gap between government, investors, and the broader public, promoting a transparent and data-driven investment ecosystem. The Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority has emphasized the importance of compliances with regulation in the oil and gas sector. The agency made this emphasis at the General Counsel and Legal Advisor Forum for the Oil and Gas Midstream and Downstream Operation in Nigeria, held in Abuja. The NMDPRA Chief Executive Officer, Engineer Farouk Ahmed, highlighted the critical role of legal practitioners in promoting optimal regulatory compliances across midstream and downstream energy business value chain. The Petrol Industry Act 2021 has restructured Nigerian petroleum industry, and the authority is working to streamline regulation to enhance compliances and ease of doing business. The event aims to enhance regulatory compliances and effective operation in the sector, with stakeholders discussing ways to promote a collaborative compliance culture. The Bureau of Public Enterprises Director General Ayodije Belali has tasked the Nigerian Independent System Operator to increase electricity generation from the current over 5,500 MW to 8,500 MW in the next 1 year. He made the change at the senior leadership team retreat of NISO in Abuja. Gbibaliye noted that the federal government has taken a $500 million loan from the World Bank to finance the upgrade of electricity distribution infrastructure, which include providing 3.2 million meters of Nigeria. For Nigerians, the BPE had expressed confidence that the target is achievable, given the existing generation capacity over 14,000 MW, and NISO Managing Director Abdul Muhammad also believes the target is realized due to coordination and focus on attracting private sector investment. The federal government has announced that it is leveraging public-private partnership to drive sustainable growth in the country's aviation and aerospace sector. The Permanent Secretary Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Dr. Ibrahim Kana, made this known at the 10th Airport Business Summit Expo 2025 in Lagos. Dr. Kana highlighted the government strategy push to involve private capital and expertise in developing critical aviation infrastructure. He cited the Murtala Muhammad Airport Terminal in Terminal 2, MM2, as a flagship example of PPP success in West Africa. The government has also collaborated with the international partners, including the International Civil Aviation Organization and the African Development Bank, to broaden funding options for key infrastructure projects. Future PPP opportunities are expected in areas such as air navigation service, aerotropolis development, and aerospace technology parks. The World Bank Group has reported a significant rise in the number of adults using accounts to save in Nigeria and other developing countries. According to the Global Findex 2025 report, account ownership in sub-Saharan Africa grew to 58% of adults, up from 49% in 2021. Mobile phone technology played a key role in the surge, with 10% of adults in developing economies using a mobile money account to save. The report highlights the 40% of adults in developing economies save in a financial account in 2024, a 16 percentage point increase since 2021. Higher personal savings fuel national financial system, making more funds available for investment, innovations, and economic growth. The World Bank Group President Ajayi Banga emphasized the potential of digital finance to improve lives and transform economics, while also highlighting the need for digital ideas, modernized payment systems, and stronger consumers protection framework. The Sea Empowerment and Research Center has thrown its weight behind the reform efforts of Nigerian Customs Service. Comptroller General Adewale Adeniyi, praising his bold stance on port automation, transparency, and stakeholders' engagement. SEREC has called for sustainable digital transformation and a full review of bonded terminal operation to combat cartels, smuggling, and revenue evasion. SEREC described the customs shift toward digital operation as game-changing solution to entrenched corporation and criminal network. The Central noted that the service has made measurable gains under Adeniyi's leadership, citing enhanced intelligence-driven enforcement, improved interagency collaboration, and rising stakeholders' confidence. CERIC recommend strengthening digital transformation, enhancing collaboration with regulatory bodies, reviewing boarding terminal policy, and promoting transparency and accountability across custom operation. That's all for today on Business Daily. Stay informed, stay ahead, and remain in business. Timing is everything. I am Teresa Yuba. See you tomorrow on Some TV. Tucked in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast, and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride, your way.